Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast. I've actually had a break from recording these because my backlog has been so big, so this is actually the first one I'm doing in a month. So I might be a little bit rusty, but let's go through the players. We have a 2v2 here on Brook Scout Winter, I believe it's called. It's a vanilla map, I think. Or community map added to the roster. Representing the Americans. We have Deviant playing as Armor Company for the United States of America. And we also have Gabe the Dog as the United States, without a commander choice yet, however. Representing the Germans. We have Zoso as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS. And Mr. Moon as Panzerdivision for the Wehrmacht. We need to see how this turns out for them in the long run. Panzer can be really good late game. Also has the looks early on, which can be pretty powerful as a command tank. And we have Sturm, which can be exceptionally potent late game, thanks to the Sturm Tiger. We also have some cheaper Wallonian troops coming onto the field today. We just moved the window here. I got a new screen for Christmas, so I have to adjust everything to be big, because I now have a very wide screen where I can actually have my OBS software on the right and the game on the left. So that's pretty handy. So I don't have to always check if I am recording, because I can just see I am recording constantly now. Okay, we have a little bit of a firefight going on there between the Americans and the Germans. The Germans should win that at long range thanks to the heavy cover, but you never know. Americans do have very fast rate of fire. Meanwhile, the Sturm Pioneers is trying to hold up down here. But the Americans are starting to overrun them, I think. The Lawrence are reaching the front line. Kugelwagen and MG-34 arriving for the Waffen-SS. We also have some actual Grenadiers here to fight alongside the Volksgrenadier. That's going to be a lot of Kar-98s going in here. We also have a commander choice. Looks like it's US Mech. So US Armor and US Mech. That's a pretty good combination, generally. They're very well working together. Mech overall is just a very good and versatile US commander. Gunner wounded on the Kugelwagen, forcing that to pull back. Mortar rank for the northern United States. MG rank for the southern United States. Looks like the Wehrmacht is trying to do a little bit of an infantry push here. Both Grenadiers and Grenadiers leading the way up towards these crates, and Pava trying to lay some sandbags. Not the best thing to do along the fire, but there's a lack of American units at the moment, so they will be able to get it off. Both Grenadiers have arrived as well to support. Both Grenadiers pulling back. Mechanized troops are arriving here for the United States. Unique infantry available to you early on if you're playing as mechanized. Very good infantry, but I think at this range, with all these Germans buying heavy cover, they might be able to win. Simply because of the sheer amount of Kar-98s going in. Riflemen trying to get up behind the cover too. They do have access to rifle grenade, and the rifle grenade is going out. Looks like an undershot though. And we have some troops in the center here, some more riflemen. Fighting up against these Wallonians. Kugelwagen is operational again. We also have some Sturm Grenadiers in the field. Basic experienced infantry available to all Waffen-SS commanders. More expensive than other baseline infantry, but are much better. Vertical sitting up here for the United States. Look like it's air cooled, and the Germans are retreating because of that. Don't want to risk losing men to that machine gun. Pioneers might go down though. Ooh, yeah, Pioneers is down. Oh, that's a big loss. Wallonians and Grenadiers trying to work together. Wallonians are more in line with, I believe, Grenadiers or Volksgrenadiers in skill level. So they're not good like the Sturm Grenadiers, but they're still competent. They'll do a good job if they're in the right positions and with the right weapons. The biggest draw to them, I think, is the fact they can get Sturmgewehrs. Realism pushing up here with their Springfield rifles. Wallonians might go down here if they don't retreat. MD-42 set up though by the Germans. And the MD-42 is gonna make this a killing field for all the Americans. Oh yeah, those Realisms are gonna get mowed down. But they will serve as a distraction to allow the American riflemen to get out of there. And the Realisms paid for it with their life. We have the first take-up truck going up for the Waffen-SS now. Another vertical here available for the other United States. Second vertical coming up behind the take-up. Looks like it's a pretty even battlefield so far. Both sides still have their fuel points. The center's not really being captured. Americans have managed to secure this point though, giving them a few extra resources. Oh, there's a smoke grenade here. I think that... Oh, that might be a side blocker. First grenade is moving out the structure. They'll probably get shot to pieces now. And MD still calls the center here. Americans are suffering some losses. We have a Panzerjäger under the field here. He equipped with the Panzerschreck straight out the gate instead of the Panzerbüchse by the looks of it. For 60 more munitions. Grenadiers in the center now. Much better infantry at trying to take the fight to the Americans. Especially at long range. Oh, we have scope Sturmgewehrs handed out to the Panzerdivision's Grenadier. They get a single Sturmgewehr with the Vampire scope, which is a night vision optic. Actually has a unique model in vanilla, but I don't think they can port it to the model of the Grenadier. I think it's a model only available to the Sturm Grenadier in vanilla. Unfortunately. Armored car arriving with some troopers with a BAR here. 50 cal and 30 cal on top. Actually a very potent little fighting machine here. That 50 cal on top can actually be a problem. But there's an MG42 there. Loading with armor-piercing bullets. That's gonna mean they have to reload a new some more bullets in. There they go. American's gonna back off though. Panzerjäger's on the field. Moving up here quick with the Panzerschreck. And their winter camouflage, which looks very dashing on them. Sturmgrenadier still getting some good shots here. Americans have set up a trench though and a forward base in a mostly ruined building. Wonder which captain got the idea, or major got the idea of doing that. Yeah, this trench with a 30 cal to hold the center here. That's pretty smart. They even destroyed the side blocker. Nice to see. They also booby-trapped the central point. They're gonna make it very difficult for the Germans to get it. Meanwhile, we have some Wallonians being very sneaky here, trying to flank around with their Sturmgewehrs. This is a battle taking place during the night, I think, due to all the lights going on. We can also just check the weather. Yeah, that looks very dark. It might be basically be a night battle, or close to night. Armored car might not get out of there. Artillery is being called in by the lieutenant. Looks like it's gonna be normal artillery, rapid barrage. Thompson arm riflemen pushing up. That's gonna give the allies the chance to take up this flank if they want. You just have to push aggressively enough. And here the Americans are pushing. But Germans moving up behind the cover here. Oh, these guys not behind the cover yet. But they're trying to set up cover quickly. Mortar's also opening fire. Grenadiers out in the open road. Lieutenant is also boosting all the American infantry nearby here. Oh, well, it's a big push from the allies trying to get across here. But the Wallonians have moved up here without any resistance. Lots of mechanized troopers. Overall, the mechanized troopers are just very good. I'd recommend them. Pack is present over the loading high explosive shell. Didn't hit. But here's the command looks, and this thing is absolutely dangerous early game. Pulling artillery itself. White phosphorus shells going in, I think. No, that's just normal barrage. But it looks like it's gonna make this very difficult for the allies. Because I don't think the others have enough AT equipment. There's an MG42 riding for the storm tactics. Grenadiers pushing up alongside the Lukes. Yeah, AT rifle grenades is not doing enough for that thing. Yeah, it's gonna need an AT gun or something, and they are getting one now. But I think it can do a lot of damage meanwhile. MT42 quickly rushing up to a new position. There's no cover here. It has to pick a very good spot. There's some sandbags up there. That might be risky. American 30 caliber fire. Able to suppress the MT42. Don't think the German machine gun can win when it's suppressed. Artillery also being called by the United States. Oh! Good shot! What? What shot did that? Oh, that was an S80 gun, I think. Lots of fighting going on over here right now. Loads trying to push up here with their Sturmgewehrs. They'll definitely get a lot of kills very fast. MT42 has been equipped to the Storm Grenadier. And Valorians are trying to push up now. They're gonna get suppressed by the Americans out in the open. Oh, high explosive shell there from the 57. Command stood on the field now for the mechanized. Not mechanized. Armored. Mechanized has the lieutenant after all. He has been equipped with the carbines with 30 rounds, by the way, which allows him to suppress. Pretty handy little thing. I think that's is suppressive. Yeah, it's suppressive. But the Lux is now opening fire. Allies have secured the southern flank here again briefly. Command should push over this. There is the Panzerjäger though. And they got it. One good Panzer strike there from a good position. Forcing the crew to get out, but he might not get out of there alive. Yeah, he's dead. MT42 is just doing attack ground instead. Yeah, the 50 cal here is getting some good shots down on the Storm Grenadier. But even the Storm Grenadiers cannot survive 50 caliber shots. That's what this 30 cal is doing, because it was attack grounding. The MT42 and the Kullerwagen is providing a little bit of a problem here for the United States. Company is holding here, but they have to pull back. '57 got a good shot, stunning the command Lux. Now there's a trend here with a 30 cal for the United States.
Captain just took the battlefield.
The Americans are being very aggressive right now. Pushing up further and further. Oh, good mortar shell, almost killing the pack crew.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Lawrence have been in a good spot here, but they have been suppressed now. And once you're suppressed, you can't really do much. There's a pushing up again. Rifleman squad might not get out of there though. That's a lot of fire on them. Oh wait, they will get out of there. They are retreating to this spot. Very nicely done.
This is what we're trained for. Contact! Enemy infantry!
Light infantry gonna run for the storm tactics. A small artillery piece available to the Germans. The new machine gun. Yeah, another MT42 is running for the Panzer Division. A2 is shown already running for the mechanized. No armor yet from the armored company. Let's see. I'm going to get some relocating to the northern flank here by looks of it. Probably as a help. And they use their marksman rifle to snipe at the trench, I see. But Mortar's getting some pretty close hits, killing one of them. Once this A2 hits the field up here, that's going to be a problem for the Germans. Don't think they have the gear to stop a Sherman. They do have one Pack 40 though. That might not be enough. This... Oh, yeah, scout car's down though. And Lux is pushing up too. So the Babylonians are doing it on a wide flank. This time they might get spotted. They've been spotted by the echelon. Good use of the terrain though. Oh well, but not the map, matter the map itself, because this is a really wide area you can actually flank down. Similarly up here, you can actually flank this route. That I rarely see people do. Vertical handed out to the mechanized infantry, makes them a lot more deadly. Obviously they're running into a lot of fire themselves. Balloons have gotten some good shots here in the flank of the machine gun, killing it. Again, very good usage of them, flanking around with them with the Sturmgewehrs. Completely neutering much of the armored company's front. Here's a command Sherman. Germans setting up a machine gun that's covered the center, Grenadiers are relocating. Probably figured out that the Americans are doing their next push here. There's a Panzerschreck. Got a good shot there into Sherman, almost killing it. I might have to give the Germans the time they need. Artillery going into the German positions though. And the Americans have been able to push up now. We do have a Panzerschreck on both the Sturm Pioneers and the Panzerjägers. Both missed. And the frontal machine guns and all the riflemen is just getting too much now, I think. Oh, one good Panzerschreck shot took it out. Forced the captain to abandon his tank. But the Americans now have secured the Germans' fuel point, which could be a big deal. Lux is relocating though. And the Allies do lack, the Americans rather, do lack in personal AT equipment. Here comes the Lux. Oh, it has to reload inside. That's a bad timing. Those riflemen are all dead, I'm pretty sure. Wehrmacht has relocated a lot of its troops to support the Waffen-Assists. Americans don't have enough yet to stop them. The Grenadiers being very aggressive with the MG42 here. Killing the crew. I like to see that both the players on both sides are actually supporting each other actively. That's a very good thing. They're just readjusting my chair. Here comes an MG42 here from the Panzer Grenadier. We also have, I think, yes, we have the 2nd SS Panzer Grenadiers now. Unique squad available to them. Equipped with PPSHs and Gewehr 43s. Pretty good choice, so they will be pretty good in close to medium range then. That's a lot of firepower. Also getting incendiary grenades. But there's an A2 here opening with a high explosive shot on the MG. It's cancelling it. Then it's pulling back, realizing something was about to happen. Artillery called in on the Americans' position, forced them to pull back further. And the Balloons are still just being very good here on the flanks. Just being a nuisance, really. American vertical trying to set up. That's a very bad position though, I feel. We also have a command Stuk. That's like the Beerbox Panzer. It's not really a command vehicle, it's more like a... What's it called? Like a artillery coordination platform. meant to like call in artillery, which it technically is doing, so. Like an observation tank. That's like the proper word for it, I think. Just some mortar shells standing around the Germans, nothing too special. Oh, good shot there from the 57. That's been recruited. 57 has a very high rate of fire, generally. Looks like it actually keeps to improve breach. That's good to see.
Order crew, standing by for orders.
Captain here from the United States too, moving down here. Let's see what he'll do though. He's gonna get mowed down by all these Sturmgewehrs. Yeah, you don't want to use the officers like that anymore, like you would in the previous batch. Yeah, that's painful.
We just lost a unit.
The Panzer Grenadiers are trying to prepare to push up again, but it's not really going that well for them. Another take-up truck here arriving for the Waffen-SS. We also have the Fahrzeughalle coming up here for the Wehrmacht. Trying to get most of their basic panzers and vehicles. And I guess this is what the Americans get if this keeps going on. Seeing a mortar coming up from the armor company. We have a Scot coming out for the mechanized company. We also have an old Sturmführer, that's what they call it. An old Sturmführer for the Storm Tactics, calling in some artillery. Command, Observation Stuk also pushing up here, calling its own artillery strike. Looks like we're turning into a little bit of an artillery ability battle. I think the Allies will needs to suit up and get something more to be able to push through. German front line seems to have somewhat solidified, with troops all along the front line. A2 is preparing for a flank by the looks of it. Please be cautious, many of the German troops probably have Panzerfaust at this point. Melodians don't. Grenadiers do though. Overshot. So we also have a forward camp set up here by the Germans. By the Wehrmacht, by the looks of it. Who also brought in the Großdeutschland. Unique recon infantry available, so if you're playing as Panzer Division, you can only have one enemy in the field at a time. Very good troops, meant to support tanks and scout for them. Looks like we lost a vehicle. No, that was just a wrecked A2 that was like being destroyed again. Grenadiers have been suppressed. The Americans are trying to prepare for a push here. The Scots laying some supporting fire. Americans being mowed down though by the MT-42. Looks like they both will get out of there though, which is pretty lucky. A2 shivering on the flank still. Pack 40 and Beerbox Panzer is holding the front line. We also have some Stormtroopers here equipped fully with Sturmgewehrs. Stormtroopers are really good. They're assault infantry, able to hold off the SS commanders. Very expensive though. Artillery called in near the German forward HQ headquarters. Ooh, looks like it didn't really hit that well. Ah, it did okay. It saved the squads. Well, the Sherman is pushing up, but there's still a Pack 40. No penetration. Oh, looks like the Scot went down. We also have an Aufplan descender here for the Wehrmacht. Keeping a careful eye on what's going on. Like, the Aufplan is actually very handy to have because it gives you a good sight of what's going on, as you can see. Lots of machine guns though, keeping the front line secured for the Germans. Also trying to have a firefight here. They should be doing decently thanks to the MG42, and they also have support from the Panzer Grenadiers now. Excuse me. To be called by the captain.
75mm gun carrier ready.
So much going on down here. Ooh, widespread artillery killing immobilizing both the German tanks. That's a big issue. That means that German could actually flank around if it's repaired. Fortunately for the Germans, their Fort HQ serves as a repair station, so it will spawn repair pioneers shortly. They also have a pioneer squad nearby anyway. Need to get those vehicles up and going. We also have another Scot arriving. And a command EC8. That's a very potent weapon. No more tanks yet from the armor company of all things. I would have thought the armor company would get some more tanks at this point. I think that Sherman is cheaper as armor company. Also doing a pretty good job though for the Americans. And Scott is also helping a fair bit, I think. If you could get some shots off that hits. Also, the Beerbox Panzer has already been fixed, so now it's just the looks that needs to be fixed. Oh! Is that a white phosphorus shell? Or just a lot of smoke from the debris? Hard to tell sometimes. Might just be a winter thing. Artillery call in this area too. More Panzer Grenadiers holding up the front line here. Open LMG-42 and PPSHs. LMG-42 is providing a lot of firepower here as well. Hitting them continuously. Oh, excuse me, I didn't mean to hit that button. Need to get used to that button that pulls up the tactical map. Been a while since I've done this after all. We also have a Command 76 here for the armor company. Trying to push up. Ooh, good mortar shell. That mortar's actually done a lot of work already. Half-class has still gone unnoticed. Probably a good thing for the Germans. Oh, no more tanks coming for armor company yet. Oh, good shot from the Scot there, killing the machine gun crew. Or finishing them off anyhow. A2 is pushing up aggressively. Now they have a 76 Command Sherman and an AC-8 Command Sherman, so lots of tanks all of a sudden. That Stuk has to have its work cut out for it. I just don't feel pushing around. And lots of firepower all across the front down here. Pretty impressive battle so far. Sherman says be careful though. Ooh, no penetration yet from either side. Sherman is really cutting it close. Yeah, critical hit there from the Stuk. And there's Panzerschrecks on the front line. One good shot there, and that command tank is almost down. They lost their cover though, so they have to pull back. EC8 command tank is still present. Lieutenant tried to do his best there, but he has to pull back. And Aufklar still relaying a lot of information to the Germans, I imagine. And look, they can just see all this thanks to the Aufklar. And the Americans have no idea that there's two Germans. Yeah, that's just relaying all this information. Oh, we have the Buffalo Soldiers called in alongside the battle group. The Buffalo Soldiers are African-American infantry, I believe. Very interesting company. There's a lot of interesting American companies, obviously. Well, divisions. This is a division. And the Scottish got some good shots on the Germans' newly prepared defensive position. Also, they're digging in around this Ford command truck. Makes sense. Ow, okay. What was that? Was it just a big explosion when they hit it? Did they hit the ammo storage on the thing?
Tank support is here.
Didn't even know that was an option.
Ready.
On the Scott, that is. But the Germans have definitely set up around here, but that's going to make them a soft target for an artillery strike. Of course, it doesn't look like the Americans are going for much artillery at the moment, just the mortars. The mortars are soft artillery, but they'll do a good job still just suppressing them and causing issues. Yeah, just continuously bombing them. It's actually working out. Like, mortars can actually give you quite an edge. Dukes is moving around, probably preparing for another flank. But that thing has to be careful. It is only a light tank after all. American Shermans are preparing for another push, alongside some combat engineers in a half-track. And also a Greyhound, for good measure. Oh, here they go. Driver already injured on the command tank. Germans have dug in heavily. Oh, but the packs are doing a good job. Oh, immobilization on the A2. It's gonna be stuck there. There it goes.
A medium tank was just lost.
Shermans are still trying to push up though. Good high explosive. But here's a rush in to try and re-grab that pack. We do have a Sturmtiger arriving soon for the Voss also, which can turn a battle around. The Sturmtiger is very potent. Artillery called in on the German fort position though. Will it arrive in time? Does the artillery start aimed at it? Oh. The Americans won't have the time to stop the Sturmtiger from reaching the field, I feel. Germans still stubbornly holding onto this front line. Looks like they will succeed in holding the front line for now. Lots of Panzer Grenadiers called onto the field to hold the front line here. And here's the Sturmtiger. Giant 380mm howitzer, I think. Well, actually, it's a 380mm rocket-propelled mortar, to be exact. Because of Calliope arriving for the Americans, probably the only good choice to potentially counter it. They finally took out the truck, but too late. Because the Sturmtiger is already here. Now, the Germans just need to decide where to use the Sturmtiger. You have to be very cautious with it. Driving over this little lake. Well, it's more like a pond, to be fair. And it's trying to cover its allies, of course it does. Oh! Is it going for the Americans' Fort HQ? Oh my god, it is. Oh! That is painful. That is very, very painful right there. And a good job with the Sturmtiger, and thanks to the ALF glass, they knew exactly where it was. But you can only fire this thing into areas you actually have visual on. That's good to have your, essentially, scouts do that for you. Sturm Pioneers pushing up. Pershing arriving for the US Armor Company now. And we have a Tiger tank arriving for the Panzer Division, as well as a Command Panzer IV. That's a lot of firepower now suddenly in the Germans' hands. Will it be enough to help them turn this battle around, though?
All right, fellas.
The Allies have already lost a lot of stuff very quickly. Scott will not be able to do much once this Panzer IV gets around the corner.
Incoming! Shot over.
Incendiary shell hit it right there. Command EC8. Nearby. Greyhound is just standing still though, which could be a problem for it. Jeb goes driving back.
Taking hits. We're taking fire.
Ooh, both shots missed on either side here.
Send over.
Tiger tank is moving southwards though. Looks like most of the fighting is going to be down here. I guess nobody wants to fight over this little fortified spot that the Americans have secured. Allied opening fire. Oh, aiming for the Panzer Grenadiers and killing one squad. Almost killing both squads. Oh, displacing the engine on the Tiger tank has caused the engine to explode. Stu got a good shot there on the 76 though. EC8 tank pushing up. Got a good shot there. Yeah, I'm gonna turn on the Tiger. Force the Tiger to pull back for repairs. Command EC8 is out of the fight though.
We have a forward structure under attack.
Tiger tank has to pull back for repairs still. Actually, normally EC8 coming onto the field now. So we have an armored major on the field. Not sure what he's going to be doing though. We do have the Pershing arriving as well. That might be a juicy shot for a Sturmtiger.
Gun crew just got wiped out. We got a wrecking squad waiting for orders.
The Americans are suffering a fair bit this winter by the looks of it. This battle has been very hard on them. Sturmtiger going fire again. Oh, killing a fair few Americans right there. That's a big oof. But Pershing is now showing up. Oh, good shot on the Panzer IV. Pack switching sides to the Sherman, which was easy to penetrate but failed. Aufklar has not been spotted yet. Scout infantry could be very close to tanks, by the way, without being detected. As you can probably tell. Tiger tank moving up again. Oh boy, what's gonna happen? No real movements on the other flank either. Sturmtiger is ready to move now. Probably has already reloaded. Yep, it has reloaded and is ready. Probably gonna be aimed for a shot at the Pershing. Ooh, no penetration.
Ready for action.
Yeah, 15 Panzer Grenadiers on the field here. Basic Panzer Grenadier infantry able to Panzer Division. And to fight alongside infantry. Pack destroyed. Tiger tank tried to get a shot there, no penetration. Sturmtiger is aiming. Immobilizing the Pershing. Leaving it an easy target. Engine burning on the... Oh! Main gun destroyed! Oh! Looks like... Oh! Does this count as a reconning unit? I guess it does. So the Alpha class got spotted by the Jeep. The Tiger is definitely in big trouble now. A Kettenwerfer here. We need to see if they can repair this. And looks like the Scot can fire with his gun destroyed. Looks like a bug. Pershing is operational again. Looks like we have double music playing again, which seems to be a regular bug in Covenant Heroes 2. Captain pushing up again. Calliope opening fire. Oh, it's aiming for around the Tiger. Killing the Pioneers. It's still open for the Pershing. It's almost down. But the Pershing is not gonna head forward, I think. EC8 pushing up, but there's a Kettenwerfer here. Let's not point the right way. Storm Teague opening fire. Oh, they're not doing that much actually, but the Rakettenwerfer will be able to finish off the Pershing here, unless the Pershing kills the... No, Rakettenwerfer got it. Oh, that's the power of an 8.8 centimeter rocket right there. Allies are not doing too hot right now. We have the Free French called onto the field too. Unique battle group available to mechanized. You need to take out those packs. Second Pershing coming onto the fields. Thompson's pushing up. Vertical started opening fire on him. Oh boy. Boomty gets probably ready soon. Yeah, in 23 seconds, this thing can fire again. Tiger tank is also operational. Panzer IV H ramming on the field to support. The 3 shells landing. Okay. Boomtika seems ready. Allies need to be very cautious now. It's firing again. They know where to fire. Guys, that Aufklar still. Do you flinch at that? This Aufklar has done so much work just being able to tell them. And that's why reconnaissance is important, folks. It can really tell you a lot of where the enemy is. Ooh, turret jammed on the Tiger. Sturm 76 might get flanked here by the Panzer IV. The man Panzer IV pushing up aggressively. Second Pershing has arrived though. Also second Aufklar down here now. Oh, Aufklar, the center finally got killed. This Sherman has to be very cautious. Who gets the first penetrating shot will matter a lot in this engagement. Ooh, but American team got dazed. But both sides did penetrate. Tiger Tank is almost ready again. This remains to command the northern flank, where not much action is going on anymore. Allies have slowly encroached though. They control the munitions point up here. This is a fairly big deal.
Send infantry!
Light building a fire again. Ooh, landing along the front line here. Stormseeker shell is coming. Hitting straight on the Pershing. Oh yeah, the allies really need to just push through somehow. It's only thanks to the Stormseeker and the Tiger's defense I think they're holding.
The capture point is under attack.
Now the Vampire is slowly trying to push in the northern flank.
Grab your shit.
EC8 has to be cautious. Second EC8 is arriving, and we also have a second Calliope arriving. The allies are gearing up for more weaponry. Honestly, I think the armor company should probably go away from Pershings and just go for more A2s. I think several A2s in the field could just overrun the positions. Just spread out the tanks and such. That's just my opinion. More rockets are landing. Good thing that pond is so shallow so you cannot sink in it. But that was a pretty big hit, destroying most of the SS's infantry. Yeah, that was painful. I think I might give the Americans the opening they need. They just need the armor. And as we see another Pershing. Someone likes Pershings, apparently.
Button her up. Big push coming.
EC8 preparing to push up now, but it still has a lot of armor here. But I think the German front line is on the brink of collapse. Good shot from the Tiger though, destroying the EC8. It's very hard to push up into a Tiger. A very good reason at that. Artillery being called in here by the officer, the Hauptmann. Recon spot in the center again.
Our brave infantry is dying.
Guess this time the allies have learned their mistake. Not sure what spotted it though. Artillery going in here. We're destroying the Northern American defense. There's still one machine gun though. They're trying to divert some attention from the southern flank, I think.
Standing by. Send your orders. Incoming fire. Send orders.
Oh, just wading through this super cold water would be a nightmare. Ugh. On top of everything else that's going on. Lots of outclass are dying in this battlefield though.
Send over. Armor here.
The Germans are trying to make a push up here again. I can still have a little bit of a defense set up though. So that might be able to keep the Germans at bay.
Infantry squad has been killed.
The allies need to decide what to do. Here's the third Pershing. Fourth Pershing already in production. Pershing, Pershing, Pershing! All the Pershings. This is a graveyard of Pershings. Okay. The allies need to make a move. So the Pershing is going to lead the way, which is still going to be dangerous. We don't want to drive into a Tiger. Although the Tiger's not looking the right way at the moment. Pax opening fire. Well, that's actually a Panzer IV. Trying to scare him off. We need to see... Oh, Calliope's opening fire now. Oh, one of them is. Hitting around here, not really killing much. Almost killed the Panzerjäger and the Unsturmführer though. But the Wehrmacht is slowly trying to push up now. Guess they've regained some vigor. Scott arriving alongside another EC8. Artillery called in on the American 45 position. Good by the looks, but they're not really killed that many by looks of it. Sturmtiger's getting in position again. Just waiting for the right target, I imagine. Clive opening fire. Aiming for the forward, for the infantry headquarters here. Killing a lot of the SS troops again. In the Panzerjäger, in fact. Panzers are trying to do something. Americans have been wise to split up their armor a little bit though. They don't want to be clumped up when there's a Sturmtiger. So many Pershings, so you have double Pershings on the field at the moment now. You also have a howitzer coming up here now for the Storm Tactics. Only immobilizing the tanks and killing some American infantry. Probably a bit of better shots, but that's hard to judge. Sometimes you just gotta fire it. You never know. Risky move for that Panzer IV. Pershing missed though. Looks like we have a Panzer March. Over penetration on the Panzer IV. Pershing is leading the charge. Good shot then on the Tiger. Oh, Tiger almost taken out. Pershing just needs to slowly push up. Panzer IV down.
Our panzer forces have been reduced by 1. Take ready.
Need to just keep up the pressure. As the Sturmtiger doesn't have the munitions to reload. Oh god! Now it's reloading. Okay. So they used munition splits. Panzer IV command tank is still trying to hold the front line. Tiger's been repaired. Sturmtiger is almost reloaded. The Allies need to take advantage of this lull. We'll start trying to pushing up aggressively here. They want to get close enough to use the Panzer first. Sturmtiger is ready. There'll be a close range shot. He's cancelling it because the tanks are splitting up. Pushing immobilized. Well, this is happening, and EC8 is trying to push up on the flank, though. Very intense fight here. One person down. Second person is moving up without having been repaired. Tiger still holding up down here. Vision block damaged. EC8 getting around the flank. Stormtroopers don't have any AT equipment. Pershing moving up, right, this is happening. Driver injured and gone down. And the German front line is completely collapsed at this point. And the tank mine did go on the EC8 there though. Almost destroying it. Actually, it would destroy it. There we go. Sturmtiger has been abandoned. Storyline is quickly moving up here. Calliope opening fire.
We have casualties.
It looks like the German front line is completely in tatters now, and at this point, the Germans pull back. They've lost the fight. The Americans pull through. And this was quite a battle at Nightfall. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.